Thank you so much for today. But I'm sure you have no idea why I'm thanking you, LOL. I think I'll just let you know right now, though.
Julia, what is going on with you? First of all, thank you for coming so far to talk to me. I want you and Billy to both enjoy your lives together from now into the future.
Yeah, sure, you don't have to worry about us, LOL. By the way, Anne, I don't think I have to be asking this, but you're not planning on living together with the two of us, right?
Huh? Well, I haven't really thought about any of that yet. Why are you bringing that up with me now?
Oh, thank God, LOL. I would never be able to handle living with you in this house. I don't have the time to even tell you how much I'd hate it if you became a parasite that got attached to us.
Julia, what are you continuing to go on about? I really don't understand what you're trying to get at by saying all these things to me.
You really are a poor thing, Anne.
Huh?
I'm sure that it would have helped if you had a better understanding of me and my feelings right now, but I'm trying my best to deal with you right now, LOL. What I've been trying to ask for is that you stay away from the two of us, LOL.
Can you please calm down for just a moment, Julia? I'm still not perfectly sure what you were trying to say to me, but you're making it pretty clear that you're acting rude towards me. Why are you doing this? What do you want from me? If you want something from me, then please tell me outright. And even though you seem to think it, I don't feel as though I'm a poor thing.
Well, you should think of yourself that way. You live by yourself in a rundown house and have little money to your name, LOL. That's pretty sad to think about, right? So this whole time has been me just trying to help you realize the situation you're in.
Well, thank you for explaining something to me that wasn't necessary. I can't deny that the house I'm in right now is pretty run down. But calling me moneyless isn't quite as true. I'm still in my 50s as well, although I'll soon be going into my 60s. But just because I'm at this age, you really think you can get away with calling me all those things?
Oh, don't you think you're just being a little nice to yourself right now about all of that? LOL. To me, you are definitely an old woman with nothing in her savings. To everyone, being over the age of 50 makes you an old woman. LOL.
But when you think of how long people are living for these days, can you really call someone in their 50s that old? I'm only halfway there, really. Well, none of that really matters right now anyway. What does matter is why you came to me to say all of those things. What are you planning? You're talking about the wedding between you and Billy? Of course I'd be coming to the wedding for my boy. Why wouldn't I?
But I want to create some distance between ourselves and you. And Billy is asking for the same thing, so don't you feel that that's the right thing to do?
Billy has said that as well. There's no way my son would ever say anything like that about me. Especially when up until this point, him and I have done so well together making sure we're both doing okay.
But I think that he's at his limits of taking care of a grandma like you. And instead of thinking about a poor old woman, he needs to start thinking about his future with me as his wife. LOL.
I don't think that's what he thinks, though. And you should be aware that I have no plans of ever getting in the way of your two's future with one another. I don't know why you keep thinking that I'd be such a bother to you both.
Well, I've explained what I want from you, so give up on trying to come to my wedding, okay? If you really want the two of us to live happily with one another, you need to listen to what I ask.
Can you please give me some time to think about this? I have something to ask about your wedding that's coming up.
Thanks for today, Mom. I know that we weren't able to stick around for very long, but it was great coming and seeing you before the wedding. And I'm glad that you were able to talk with Julia for once.
Has Julia said anything to you about me?
Like what?
About me in general? Or the house? This house is a bit old after all, right? I just think to most young people, they wouldn't be able to understand a place like this.
She hasn't really said anything to me, though. She just said that she was happy to have met you. She even called you Mom when talking with me. And she thinks that the two of you will get along very well.
Is that so? Does she really think that of us?
Well, she did say that to me, at least. Why are you doubting that? You're acting a bit strange right now, Mom. Did something happen with you?
Well, nothing in particular, I think. I just want to make sure you're okay with me still coming to your wedding, right? Julia hasn't said anything to you about me not coming, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? What would happen to me if you didn't come? Dad has already gone now, so not having you at the wedding would make me feel way too lonely. So please come, Mom.
That's what I thought. Alrighty, I must have just misunderstood some things is all. There are times it's hard to understand the other party when texting, right?
But I want to know what happened.
Nothing happened. Something between myself and I. Well, I'm really looking forward to that wedding of yours.
I just happened to see you out of the corner of my eye. Why are you here right now, Anne?
Oh, what do you mean?
I'll ask the security to have you tossed out of here. But if you don't want to make a huge deal out of all this, I ask that you leave right now.
You're saying that you want to have me tossed out. But today is my son's wedding. I just assumed that the conversation we had last time was a misunderstanding and that was all. But I guess I really didn't misunderstand you.
Misunderstanding? What are you talking about, Anne? You are not part of my family, so hurry up and just go home. If you don't leave this place in the next 5 minutes, I'll have security on your butt and you'll be carried out of here.
So you're going to continue to demand that of me then? And what do you mean I'm not family? I am Billy's mother.
I am aware of that. But we're going to cut ties with you, and then you'll no longer be a part of the family.
Why are you saying things like that to me? Why would you want to cut ties with me? There's no way that Billy is okay with you saying things like that.
It doesn't matter to me what Billy has to say, LOL. We're married now, so he can't do anything about me. And since I'm his wife, my word is the law.
But you cannot just decide for my son to have you both cut ties with me right after you only just got married.
No matter how you feel about it, you're not going to stop me. I've already made up my mind on this. The moment I came over to your house to see you and saw how old that place was, I already knew that you couldn't continue to be related to me. I don't care that you are my mother-in-law. I want you out of this wedding right now.
Then I guess I'll go home. But you won't be getting any of the inheritance.
Do you even have anything to give us, LOL?
I'm going to do as you've asked and head home. But you're really okay with cutting ties to me, right? If that's the case, then I'll do the same and stay as far away from you as I can. So let's cut ties.
There's no way I can see myself taking care of some old and moneyless woman in the future, LOL. And since Billy is your boy, you'd probably try to rely on him for money. So I want to make sure we end things before all of that happens. Just seeing that house you live in was the final decider for me. I could tell that you'd want to come live with us after the wedding, and that's just not happening on my watch. LOL.
I'm very certain that you're going to regret all these misconceptions you've had of me all this time. You poor, poor thing. Now, I'll be leaving.
Get lost, you loser! LOL, we have a wedding to carry out now.
Please enjoy your wedding. And enjoy the fact that I won't be there.
Anne, where are you right now? Hurry up and come back to the wedding, please.
Hurry up. Why would I do that? I have no intentions of going back there.
I heard about everything from Billy. I think that I had a small misunderstanding of you.
A small one, huh? Really? LOL. To me, it seems my son told you about the reality of things and now you're freaking out.
This is what Billy told me, but he said that you have $3 million in your savings. Is he being serious?
Even Billy was panicked when I told him how much I've had saved in my bank account for the future.
So that must mean he really was telling the truth. He told me that your house is also on the market for a huge price. Is that really something that can happen with a house like that?
Well, the way you've been thinking about everything is only something you seem to be confused by. But in the case of that old rundown house you kept complaining about, it has a lot of land that goes all the way into the mountains. We also have some land that's been lent out to farmers in the area, and they all work hard and give us a share of the profits.
Wait, what? So you're saying that all those farms and the land all around your house belongs to you?
Well, simply put, yes. And at this point in time, I've been talking with the city to turn some of my land in the mountains into a campground. And as a gift for the two of you due to the wedding, I was planning on giving you guys a bit of my land.
Wait, are you serious? To the both of us?
But it seems I was a bit too late in telling you about that. You made it very clear to me already that no matter what I do now, you want to cut ties with me. So the inheritance and the land that I plan to give to the both of you will now be going to Billy's younger brother and to his wife.
What? You're lying, right?
Well, there's nothing I can do now. You said you were cutting ties with me, and so I promised to do the same. After all, you looking down on me so much just based on the observations you made because of my house shows just how serious you are about wanting me gone.
But what was I supposed to think of you? I never thought anything would come from someone living in that shack, and now it's hard for me to believe that you actually have that kind of money.
Well, that's too bad for you. Maybe next time you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But everything you've been told is all facts. But I do still have one last thing that I want to tell you about.
One more thing. What is that?
Me planning on remodeling this house and having everything updated to give away to you both as a condo has all been ended. I realize now that it's not worth putting that much effort into this house for someone as ungrateful as you.
Huh? A condo?
Even though I never once said that I wanted to live with the two of you, you continued to think that's the only thing I'd want from you two. And so you've lost the privilege of getting this house. But at least now you'll be able to cut ties with me, right? I'm totally fine with giving you that as a wedding gift over a house and some land. But there is one thing still bugging me, and that's that I don't want to cut ties with my baby boy. So since you have gone out of your way to make it well known that you don't like me, I can no longer agree with you marrying my boy.
Oh, what should I do, Anne? Billy is telling me that he no longer wants to get married to me. Did you demand him leave me behind like this?
Did I demand him? Why would I ever demand him to do anything? He's old enough now where he makes all his choices on his own. I think he has every right to make his own choices, and so I haven't done anything to make him leave you. But you did say that you want to cut ties with me, as well as kicked me out of you guys' wedding. So perhaps he had something wrong with all of that helped him make a decision.
Well, why? I can't believe that he'd want to give up on marrying me. Why is this happening?
Why don't you go and talk with him about it then? And even if you wanted my advice, I wouldn't give it to you since you're not my family anymore. You're the one that told me you wanted me out of the family, right? Now, I'll be going.
Wait a sec. Anne?
I'm not going to just wait around all day for you to take some sort of responsibility for your mistakes, LOL. Billy has just told me this. He said that he realizes that he doesn't want to marry someone that decides on people being significant or not just based on their money. If that's what he's told me, then I think you're at the end of your luck, Julia. This is the result of all that judgment you used on me to try and make you feel as though I had nothing to offer.
But I never thought something like this was going to happen because of you. I just wanted to protect the future him and I were going to have together from you.
What? Are you kidding, LOL? Are you sure it wasn't just you trying to take advantage of Billy by getting me out of the picture? You thought that if I were still around, I'd rely on him more for his money and so that I could live with you both, and that you wanted his money all for yourself. That's why you had me kicked out of the wedding and wanted me to never see you both again. You weren't thinking of protecting your guys' future. You were just thinking about yourself and how best to take advantage of my son. Well, it's not like telling you all of this now is going to make a difference, though. LOL. You've already created a mess for everyone. And telling you what you did wrong and what your true intentions were won't help any of us. Anyway, it seems that your wedding has been canceled. And I don't think you and I will ever see one another again. So have a great life. In the end, Billy caught on to all the terrible things Julia was doing and the things she had planned to do with him and I. So he told her they were no longer getting married. Julia tried to salvage everything she'd destroyed between her and Billy by finding me and apologizing to me over and over again, but I wasn't having any of it, and she soon stopped and left. When she realized that there really wasn't anything more she could do to save herself, she ran back to her parents' house, only to find that they weren't home yet and the house was all locked up. She tried calling them a bunch of times, only to learn that after seeing the embarrassment of their daughter at the wedding, they wanted to erase those memories as quick as they could. And so they both took a trip out of state and planned to be gone for a long time. Her dad then left her with one last message, and that was that she was no longer allowed to live with them and would be better off finding somewhere else to go. Julia had lost the chance to gain some money and a nice house with some land, and Billy was able to take the chance to get rid of an over-judgmental woman like her. To both myself and Billy, we're both okay with the wedding and marriage not working out, as it meant keeping Julia out of the family and the money. Billy is now living back at my house with me and has begun to work on renovating the place, as well as started talking with a construction company to work on building a separate place for himself to live in on my property. But little does he know, after all he had to go through with Julia, I think I'll give him the renovated house, and he can let me stay in the smaller place he plans to have built.
Hi, Shelley. It's been far too long. Have you been doing all right for yourself?
Huh? I'm sorry, but who am I speaking to right now? It appears that I never saved your phone number if I do happen to know you, so I apologize. Are you someone that I'm related to through work?
Not at all. It's me. It's your mom.
What? Mom, did you end up changing your number?
What are you talking about, Shelley? I don't think I even had a phone back in the day, so I never even had a phone number. It really has been a long time since the last time we saw one another, right? 20 years ago or something close to that.
Huh?
By this point, you should be turning 30 here soon, or are already 30, right?
No, actually, I'm only 25 years old. Wait, are you the one from over 20 years ago that left me and Dad?
Left you? That's not something you should be saying about someone doing to anyone, okay? I never meant to leave you guys back then anyway. I had a lot of problems causing me trouble back in those days, and that's why I had to leave the house for a while.
Are you sure? Are you really Brenda?
What is up with you, Shelley? Why would you call your own mother by her first name like that? You can call me Mom, just like you called me all those years ago.
No, wait a second. What? Why would I ever call you my mom now? From what I remember and from what I've been told, you left Dad and I 20 years ago because you had a massive amount of debt, and you left Dad with it all to pay it off. You think I'd call someone that did that to my dad Mom? Why the heck are you even talking to me now anyway? You haven't even contacted me whatsoever for the past 2 decades, so why now of all times have you decided to come out of hiding? And before you answer that, tell me how the heck you even found my phone number in the first place?
Well, I came back to town and asked one of your old-time friends about you and how to contact you. And they even told me that you're married right now as well. Oh, congratulations! I'm so proud of you, Shelley. And I feel so proud to have a daughter like you.
Ah. So that's what this is all about then. So that's the reason why after 20-odd years you're coming back out and trying to get in touch with me again. I'm sure you heard all about the man I married, right?
Well, to be honest, anyone would want to get back in touch with their daughter, having heard that she got married to a CEO. Really, I need to make sure that I hold on to you more closely now. Thank God I have someone like you around for me still.
Why are you acting like I'd even want anything to do with you now? How does me getting married to my husband have anything to do with you coming back to me? I'm so thrilled to see that you're happy to be in touch with me, but that feeling is not mutual. So please leave me alone forever now.
What are you talking about, Shelley? How's about you and I start living together?
Excuse me?
I'm sure you really are thrilled to finally be hearing from your mom after 20 years, right? And for the past 20 years, I've really been begging to see you again. But I never had the chance to go out and see what kind of beautiful woman you were turning into until recently. I'm sure the reason you landed a successful man like that is because you were raised by a hottie like me and have turned out as my twin. I'm sure if you looked like your dad, you'd be a total train wreck right about now.
Stop that! Don't you dare say anything more about my dad in that way. It's because of you and your selfish behavior that Dad was forced to have to pay off so much of your debt. And I'm sure you never even thought about that back then.
And let me tell you this, Shelley, he wasn't the only one that had to go through a lot of hardships like that. I myself had a lot of problems that caused me all sorts of headaches, so stop acting like he was the only one. But listen, back then I was young and I had no other choice than to leave the house for a while. And now that I'm getting close to being in my 50s, it's time for me to settle back down and be with my family again. And that's why you should be fine with me coming to live with you, right?
No freaking thank you.
Why not? I'm asking you in the most politest way I know how.
This isn't about the way you're asking me or anything like that. I just don't want you back in my life. I don't even think of you as my family. So there's no way you're coming to live in my house. And if you continue to beg me to let you come, saying that you want to see me so badly, I'm going to block you.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? And what is this about you not thinking of me as your mother anymore?
That means that you're not my mom. And you never ever will be. I'm not even sure why you decided it was a good idea to contact me like this without at least thinking about how I'd respond to you first. But you're seriously getting on my nerves.
Are you kidding me, Shelley? I finally came around to gathering the confidence to contact you after so many long and hard years, and this is how you're going to act? Well, if this is really how you're going to treat me, then maybe I was better off never contacting you.
You're exactly right. You should have never bothered. And what's this about needing confidence anyway? Were you afraid I'd be upset with you? Because you were right to be afraid of that outcome.
No, it's just that the only reason I haven't been speaking to you at all for so long is because I never had the confidence to reach back out to you. But you have to trust me when I say that this whole time I've been thinking about you. And this time I finally thought, after sending you the first message, that this would be my chance to meet you again. Why are you giving me the cold shoulder, Shelley? You're supposed to be my daughter.
Do you think by telling me something like that about yourself, you're going to get me to feel moved by it?
What is wrong with you? You are seriously being way too rude to your own mother.
Are you sure that I'm the one being rude to you? I wasn't the one that left her 5-year-old daughter and husband while in major debt and never coming back even after a decade had passed. Now, you can stop trying to talk with me. I'm totally okay with you just leaving me alone now.
I want the two of us to become family again and rekindle what we had so long ago.
Rekindle what we had? You do realize we aren't a couple or anything, right?
When I tried getting in touch with your father, he never bothered to even respond to me. I was being so kind and everything to him when saying that I'd love to be back in the same home with him. But he never sent me a reply or even read my message to him.
I'm sure in his case he didn't want to read what you'd sent to him and has already blocked your number by now. My dad is a very cutthroat person after all.
I'm getting tired of going on about this, Shelley. Now let me come and live with you again. And please take great care of me as well. It was me that brought you into this world in the first place, right? So you'd better be willing to pay back the favor.
Thank you so much for giving birth to me. There you go. I just said thank you for your hard work. Can we seriously be done here now?
What the heck is that? Let me come and live with you right now.
Can you please stop trying to force your way back into my life just so that you can have my money? You just asked me to take great care of you. In other words, you only want to be around me for my money, right?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose so. Well, you already know what I want from you, so I'll be there soon to start living with you again, please and thank you. And if you don't tell me your address soon, I'll just look it up or something. It's not that hard of a piece of information to find these days.
Huh? You really think it's a great idea to take things that far?
And if I have to pay someone to find you for me, I'll make sure you pay me for that fee when I arrive.
I've had enough of this, Brenda. Stop trying to act like things will turn out your way after trying all of that with me. What right do you even think you still have to be saying things like that to me? Seriously? You are nothing to me now besides a complete stranger. And even strangers know not to say things like that.
I am your mother, and that's why I'm talking to you this way. As far as I can tell, the man you've married seems to have the kind of money to help his mother-in-law get back on her feet and live a happy and fun life. So you can see now there's no other option besides letting me come live with you, right? You happened to land yourself a CEO for a husband? That's pretty dang amazing, considering how ugly you are. But I'm going to rekindle the love we had back in the day, so let me come and live with you in that house of yours right now.
Well, If you really want to talk about who my mother is, then you can talk with her about it, since she's sitting right next to me.
Huh?
Are you going to shut the hell up now after realizing that you aren't my mom anymore? Right now, I'm living with my mom, and she is most definitely not someone like you. So what the actual frick are you going on about by saying you're my mom and everything?
Your mom? That woman is anything but your mom, Shelley. I'm not sure whether your dad got remarried or something else to force a woman like that into your life, but the only mother you have right now is me. So you treat me like your mother again and let me come live there with you.
No way.
Huh?
After you ran away and left us with your debt, Dad was able to find another woman to marry who took us both in as her own. And to me, she is my real mother, not you. I am thankful that you went through the hardship of giving birth to me, but besides that, you mean nothing more to me than any other stranger. Actually, I take that back. You mean less to me than most strangers.
And what do you mean she's with you right now? Are you actually letting her live with you?
I already told you that we're living in the same house together, but I guess you didn't bother reading that. She just moved in with us last week, and from here on out, she'll be staying with us forever. However, it doesn't really feel that way since my husband was able to build her own sub-house on the property. So really, she's living with us, but in a separate building. It's just nice having her live close to us, though, so that we know she's safe and can reach out to us whenever she needs anything. The whole family is all living together now, and all happy about it.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? What the hell do you think you're saying to me?
What's wrong? Why are you getting so upset with me now after hearing something like that? Aren't you supposed to be all happy to see that I'm doing well? Or perhaps you're upset because you can't be here with all of us.
Stop saying things like that. I have every right to be upset about something like this. And I'm sure anyone else in my shoes would be as well. I'm supposed to be your mother, but you keep talking about that other woman as though she's your mom.
Really? I've told you multiple times now that you are not my mother and never will be, right? You haven't even seen me for the past 20 years now. So who the hell are you even? That's what I feel like asking you because I seriously have no clue about who you are or why you think it's okay to be talking to me like this. I bet if we met, I still wouldn't even be able to identify who you are.
Why do you keep talking more and more like that to me? Did your dad never teach you the correct way to talk to your mother? I never meant to do anything wrong to you, and I was the one who gave birth to you, so seeing you act like such a jerk to me hurts. What the hell am I supposed to do when my daughter doesn't know how to treat me right?
You only gave birth to me. 5 years after that, you then left me and were never there for me my whole life growing up. And because of you running away from me and Dad, you left Dad in a terrible position where he had to sacrifice so much to keep us afloat. He was lucky to have found someone like my mom to marry him. And since then, he's been a whole lot happier with life.
Lucky to have found someone like her? He should be lucky to have had me around to give him you as his daughter. And now I need you to be my daughter. What am I supposed to do if my own daughter doesn't want to help take care of me?
Well, let me tell you that it's not any of my business what you do.
What?
And as far as Dad being lucky to have had you, shut the hell up! All you did for him was bring a daughter into this world, but after that you left him to care for me all the time, even though he had work to focus on as well. And you did all that just so that you could go out every night and have fun on the town. And when you started to rack up some serious debt, you left it for Dad to take care of as you ran off, never to be heard from again. You never once treated me like your daughter back then, you dog. The only person you ever cared about back then was yourself, and even now you're showing me that you haven't changed one bit.
The past has nothing to do with now.
It sure the hell does, though, Brenda. My actual mom has been with me for the past 18 years and has raised me as her own without ever questioning who I was to her. And even though we don't share the same blood, I'd have to say mine looks a lot more similar to hers, instead of whatever toxic crap runs through your veins.
Do you really think she can be your mom? I bet deep down she doesn't really care for you and has only been raising you just to stay with your father. So stop trying to act as though that love is mutual, because it sure isn't.
Say whatever you'd like, Brenda, but know that the love I have for her will never go to you. Huh. And by the way, I'm not even legally your daughter anymore. I only have one mother, both legally and personally. So can we seriously be done with all of this? You can complain all you want about reality, but it's not going to change a dang thing.
The only mother you're ever going to have is me, and that's it. Now you come help me. Pay for me to have a good life in my later years.
The fact that all you care about is having me around to pay for your needs is disgusting. So disgusting that I will never, ever let you into my life.
Huh?
Even after 20 years have passed after you ran away to fix your problems, you're still struggling and that's why you came looking for me? And when you saw that I had gotten married to a man with lots of money, you thought you'd be able to come live with me? Stop freaking around, you old stupid dog. Sure, I am thankful that you gave birth to me and all that, but I don't care about you in any other way. So what though? Like, really? I'm sorry that you think giving birth to me gives you a free pass to rule over me. But it doesn't. And you didn't even stick around to raise me. So really, all you did was the bare minimum. I'm living a very happy life now with my family. So how about before you come back to me trying to join us, you first fix your own dang life, you idiot.
What kind of attitude is that? You have no right being that mean towards me.
I think my attitude towards you is warranted right now, considering you threw my dad and I away when I was only 5 years old. To be honest, I don't give a flying frick about you. But really, growing up, I did have something against you. You ruined my dad's whole life, leaving him with your debt, and that hurt me more than not having a mother for 2 years. But when my dad found his new wife, things changed for him, and he was slowly able to pay off all your debt with her help. Really, you leaving the two of us behind was the best thing for us, as we finally got to experience peace with my current mom around. So please, for the love of God, can you just leave us all alone now?
You know I can't do that. If I leave you all alone, what's going to happen to me? This is my only chance to pay off all my current debt and be completely free again.
I knew it. You really did only come looking for me because you need money. Well, too bad nobody over here cares about you anymore.
Right now, the amount of debt I'm in is way too much for only me to handle, though. No matter how hard I try and break free, I need someone like you to come and help me. So please help me, Shelley.
Are you not embarrassed to be acting like that?
Huh?
You're coming back crying to the child you threw away 20 years ago, asking for money. It's freaking embarrassing, even for me. Also, I just talked with my longtime friend about how you asked them for my number. You came back to town because you were so broke that you have been going to everyone you once knew in town asking for money. Even my longtime friend said that you went to her asking for money. But you know what? I don't care that you're doing that, just as long as you stop saying to everyone that you're my mom.
But you are my daughter, which makes me your mother.
You sure as hell aren't. Also, I just told Dad about what you've been wanting to tell him.
You told him? I'm sure he wants to get back with me as well now, right? If he is feeling that way about me, then tell him that I'm totally down with the two of us getting married again.
Hold up. What kind of fantasy is that you're thinking of? He told me to let you know that we are all much happier without you in our lives.
What? But I have the right to be happy with all of you as well, right?
You have nothing to do with us now, so what you've said makes no sense to me. Well, anyway, my dad doesn't have anything else to say to you about this, so consider him gone. And he said if you still want to talk with him about anything, to go through his lawyer.
Huh? Lawyer? Why should I go talk to his lawyer?
Well, he has been in touch with his lawyer and the police again about how you've been causing us problems, and they said that depending on what you do next, they may have to come and arrest you. So, I think this is it for you, right? It's best that you just give up and go away.
Wait a second. Why are things turning out this way? I haven't even done anything wrong, yet you want to get the law involved?
Recently, you've been sending him a lot of emails threatening him, right?
What? Threatening him? All I've been doing recently is try and get a hold of him after 20 years have passed.
Just know that if you do anything more to us after today, my dad is going to have to act and make sure you never are seen by us again. There is literally nothing else you can do now. So just stop already. You're the idiot that decided to throw away your family 2 decades ago, so you have to live with that choice now. I don't care about the life you have to live now, but it has nothing to do with us here. Now go find somewhere else to rot away, because it won't be around us, you dying dog. After that, the desperate and anxious Brenda looked frantically for Shelley's house, and when she found it, she started to make her way over there. However, when she arrived at the gated community, she was met by security, who took her into their office. And while stuck with security, the police were called and came in to fill out a report on her. She may have left my dad with a lot of debt back when she ran away from us, but it seems as though she had even more debt now after 20 years of being on the road. And it's entirely safe to say that her life is over with now. From now on, she'll no longer be able to bother Shelley and her family, as a restraining order has been placed on her. And as for all that debt she still has, the bank-in-law will be handling that part. And I have to say, when it comes to a crazy idiot like her, it's probably the best option having the law take her away. When it comes down to her, I really am thankful that she gave birth to me. But every second after my birth, I have to say that I've hated her and will never forget what she did to my dad and I.
Hey, Kelly, do you have a second?
What? I'm busy right now. I'm watching anime. Is there a problem?
You're always watching anime or playing games or something. It's something important. Can you please listen to me?
So what? You're seriously such a drag.
It's about your manners while we eat. Marcus copies you. I really wish you'd change a little bit.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Marcus is 3 years old right now. It's important that he eats a lot to get his nutrients. That's why I want to teach him the correct way to eat, with the right manners and such.
I see. Good luck. I think it's all in vain, though.
What do you mean?
That's just your ego talking as a parent. Just because you teach him how to eat with manners now, who knows what kind of behavior he'll have in the future.
Okay, that may be so, but I'd still rather him at least have a foundation he can work off for now.
So what is it? Something important you wanted to talk about? I don't think that has anything to do with me. If you want to teach him yourself. Just because I live with you doesn't mean I have to do anything with Marcus.
I want you to help me out. I want you to help me out, Kelly.
What? Help you out? It's your own damn child. Raise it your damn self. Trying to ask other people for help? You're way too spoiled, I think.
That's not what I mean. I just don't want you to do the things that we are actively telling him not to do.
What the hell? Why do I have to be careful in my own home? I shouldn't have to hold back on my own actions.
I understand how you feel, but Marcus stops eating dinner when he eats his snacks past 3 p.m. I make sure that he only has 1 snack a day. And you're eating his snacks, aren't you, Kelly? Every time I go buy things for him, you eat them all up before he ever got a chance to get at them. He is pretty upset about that. You always eat right before dinner, too. He was crying the other day because he thought it was unfair that you were the only one that was able to eat before dinner and ate all the snacks.
So what? What's wrong with eating what's available to me at my own parents' house? I'm a grown adult. I get to eat what I want to eat when I want to. Just teach him that he can eat what he wants when he wants once he's older.
I don't think that's the problem. We don't eat any, and Mom and them don't either.
It's totally up to me if I want to eat or not.
Even while we eat, you said that he eats too slow. So you started stealing and taking things off his plate that he likes. I really wish you'd stop that. He is literally 3 years old. He can't eat at the same speed as an adult. I feel bad for him.
It's his fault for not touching it at all. I thought maybe he didn't like it, so he left it. He should have just said something on the spot.
You should understand that. Arguing in front of your own child is not good. And didn't my husband tell you something?
Yeah, he might have said something. I wasn't listening though. But how does that have to do with me? I was just a little confused. I have no reason that I should be listening to you complain. It's literally my own home. I should be able to do what I want. And if you don't like it, just leave. And take your stupid kid with you.
Huh? That's really taking it too far.
I lived in my house for the longest time. Suddenly, some random person showed up out of nowhere. That's how I feel. Invaded. Do you understand?
I mean, that's true, but we've already been living together for over a year. Sometimes my husband talks to you, but you never seem to change your behavior. So I decided I would talk to you myself. This isn't good for Marcus either. I don't like seeing Marcus being that upset. It's literally every day that he seems angry.
It's not every day. Besides, my mom also said that when you're not around because of work, I'm looking after your little brat. You don't feel like you owe me at all? You should probably start to think about all the implications.
I know that Mom looks after him, but she was the one that wanted us to live with her to begin with. If you think that's the case, maybe you should start taking care of the house too? Right now, it's just Mom and I doing everything.
What? Why the hell should I help? The married and wife should do that normally. You shouldn't be putting so much pressure on my mom. You need to work harder. You use work as an excuse. You shouldn't be skimping on the chores around the house. And you better work harder to not cause any problems. You don't even cook well enough. I'm sure that's part of the reason that Marcus doesn't eat faster. You're really just this useless wife. And I think everyone talks about you when they mention married and wife problems. You really do come off as a useless mother.
You're really going to go that far? You're right, probably. To you, Kelly, you don't even have any job to use as an excuse.
Huh?
You're past 30 with no job. You literally just stay at home watching games or watch anime. Before we started living together with you, Mom was taking care of all the chores all on her own, even taking care of Dad. Apparently you never helped out around that part too, right?
Who wants to be taken care of by their own daughter? That's why I just left it alone. If he wanted me to help him out, I would have. No matter the case, though, it has nothing to do with you. It's family talk and family business.
Actually, I started living with you guys to help me take care of your father. So it has something to do with me. Even after Dad passed away, I ended up going back to work, but that's besides the point.
It's so annoying having to live with someone who's such a drag.
You know, I really agree with you. That's why I was talking to your mother.
About what?
We're going to be selling your house.
House? Sell? What?
The house that we're all currently living in together? We're going to be selling it.
What do you mean? You're going to move? It's just going to be you guys leaving, right?
That's not what I mean. We're going to be selling the house entirely. So you'll have to find a new place to live too.
What? I don't understand. What about Mom? What about your stupid little family?
We're all going to be moving together. We're going to be buying a house and everything.
What are you talking about? It's Mom's house. You can't do that. We take such great care of Marcus. Are you going to abandon Mom still? You're seriously the worst person.
I'm not going to abandon her. I told you, we're all going to move. Everyone except you.
Huh? Mom, too?
Yeah. The old house is getting too old anyway. Mom is getting a little too old too.
When did you decide on that?
After Dad passed away, we had a bunch of savings and insurance money. So she said she would help us out for the new house. I'm actually really being helped by Mom, so we're all planning on moving together.
What about me?
Yeah, about that. If I talked to you and you even showed a sliver of remorse, we were considering maybe moving with you. But even when my husband talks to you, and even when I talk to you, it seems like it never works, which means that we don't need to do anything. We have no obligation to help you out.
What the hell do you mean?
Mom is also saying that she's at her limit. She doesn't like seeing her daughter bullying her grandchild. She says it makes her wince every time she sees it. Even when we weren't around, you were bullying Marcus, right? Mom would tell you to stop several times, but you just never stopped until Marcus cried. We're also going to give up on you. You're a lost cause to us.
A lost cause? You can't just abandon me.
Can you leave the house by the end of the month?
Huh?
We have to get everything ready. I would really appreciate it if you started even a day earlier.
Where am I supposed to go?
I don't know. I don't mind lending you the initial fees that you need, but make sure that you work and give it back.
What do you mean initial fees?
The initial fees you need to rent a home?
You need to pay money for renting a home other than the monthly rent?
Of course you do. You've lived at home for 33 years. I guess you'll struggle a bit from now on, but make sure you keep at it.
Wait, hang on a second. You can't do this to me. I've never worked at all. I can't just go outside and work like that out of the blue.
Then use your amazingly lovely computer to find a way to make money using that. You can just Google anything anyway. Whatever, we're done with you. We are no longer going to take care of it.
What time will you be home? I want to talk about what's going to happen from now on.
There's nothing to talk about anymore. We've all taken PTO and we're taking a long break. Mom is with us and we're all taking a break on a cruise.
What? What about me? Why didn't you invite me?
Why don't you just eat the snacks that we left at home? No one is going to buy you anything from now on, so you'll have to buy your own food. First, you should probably lose a little weight so that you can find a part-time job and maybe try to find a uniform that you'll fit in. Alright, so that's that. You have until the end of this week to leave the house. Kelly's mother ended up helping Kelly to cover the initial fees to move into a new house for her. I'm sure Kelly thought that if she was cornered, her mom or brother would help her out, or so she thought. But because this jobless 30-something-year-old was mean to Marcus, no one wanted to be kind to her anymore. Afterwards, she lived in a cheap, terrible apartment and started working at a convenience store nearby. Apparently, she's lost almost 20 pounds from work. Because she stopped eating all the snacks when she was over 200 pounds, maybe this was perfect for her considering she needed to lose weight.
Hey, Al, did you end up receiving the invitation for the wedding? You have to be there, so make sure that you don't have any other plans that day.
Huh? You sent me an invitation? What are you even talking about right now, Gavin? And why are you starting to message me over text again? Didn't you and I agree to never ever talk to one another again after the divorce?
Hey now, don't take this as me actually wanting to talk with you right now. I just had to in order to make sure you'd be at the wedding. So be happy I'm still considerate of you after all this time.
And why should I be happy about your consideration, Gavin? All I can ever remember about you anymore is that you're this massive jerk that had my life flipped upside down for no good reason. Ugh, whose wedding is this that I'm being invited to anyway? I really have no idea what you're going on about right now, though, so please make all of this quick for me.
So you're saying you've had no clue about our daughter's upcoming wedding? I guess you really are a failure as a mother if you haven't even been able to hear about something like that. She must hate you as much as I was assuming she would.
Wait, Kay is getting married now? I never heard anything about that. I mean, I didn't really expect her to say anything to me about it, but congratulations to her then.
Of course you didn't hear anything about the wedding, considering most things that have to do with her have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's very true. And that's why you shouldn't be holding any of that against me. So, the invitation is for Kay's wedding then?
That's right, and you're going to be attending the wedding as her mother, right?
Wait, you guys want me to be at the wedding? Then why haven't I even gotten the invite yet?
Well, maybe that has to do with the fact that Kay doesn't know your current address, right?
Well, could you please tell her to send one to me so that I know where and when to go?
Why should I have to go through that trouble for you? You're her mother, so how about you talk with her and get all of that sorted out?
Ugh, you are still as annoying and unreasonable as ever, I see. Well, whatever, I guess. Listening to whatever else you have to say to me now is useless. Are Kay's grandparents going to the wedding as well?
Well, of course they are. They're her grandparents after all and want to be there to see her get married. Why would you even ask such an obvious question like that? Have you really been that lonely that you've lost touch with all of society lately?
Gavin, if they're going to be there, then is it really okay for me to attend her wedding? You do remember that we got divorced a year ago, Gavin. And for 2 years before that divorce took place, I was completely ignored by all of you guys, and that left me feeling like I meant nothing at all to any of you. Now you're asking that I go to a wedding with all those people again? I'm telling you right now, if I go there, not a single person from your family will be happy I'm there. And they will most likely want me sent out of the venue and forced to go back to my house, which would be a massive waste of time and effort for me, and I really do not want that right now.
True, there will be people there that won't like the fact that you're showing up, but Kay would look bad if her own mother didn't show up to her wedding, right? And when it comes to her fiancé, he's quite the wealthy man. So you and I have to make sure everything goes smoothly for her at this wedding, or else she may miss this chance. Therefore, you don't have to worry about being forced to leave or anything like that, even if nobody is wanting to talk with you. Now, don't you at least want to make sure Kay looks good in front of all his family? I'm sure that to someone as unaware as you that wouldn't matter, but,
Even if you want me there to keep up her appearance, telling me so suddenly like this? I'm not even sure what day the wedding is on and if I'll have time to physically make it with my schedule.
Oh, come on! What could someone as lonely as you be busy with these days?
Wait a second. Is Kay's fiancé from... Is he from the Wellington Financial Group? Like, that family?
Well, so you do know a thing or two about her and her fiancé. Well, if you knew about her being with him, then you should have said something from the start about that. I'm kind of surprised that somebody would tell you about her fiancé, but at least explaining things to you will be that much easier for me.
Nobody ever told me about that, actually.
Huh? What are you trying to say, then?
Don't worry, it doesn't really matter right now. Let's get back to talking about the wedding.
I never expected someone like Kay to marry into the Wellington family, though. She really is my daughter, then, if she was able to achieve something like that. This'll for sure secure my future for me. I'm expecting for both her and the Wellington family to take great care of me in my old age as well. And that doesn't just go for me myself, but my career as a whole, too. You, on the other hand, will have to continue living life all by your lonesome, though. Please understand that you cannot rely on my daughter for anything when you're too old to care for yourself, and that goes for me as well. And don't ever come to me expecting any more money from out of my pockets either.
I never really intended on relying on any one of you later in my life.
Yeah, sure, all right. So you're coming to this wedding then, right? Of course you are. You being Kay's mother means that you would never want to ruin her wedding, right? Just make sure you stay quiet while you're there, because I know just how much of a useless wife you can be.
I'm no longer your wife, though, Gavin, so please refrain from talking to me like that ever again. It's more disturbing now than it is rude, considering you were the one that divorced me and sent me out of the house.
You think that was disturbing of me? Wow, can't believe that you're actually going to complain about me for once. You must have gotten a lot more cocky this past year then. But don't think you're any better than you were when the divorce happened, because you're still the same old useless wife that I left before. Do you want to know why we all ignored you for those 2 years? Because you were completely incompetent as a wife and as a mother. You did all kinds of things that my parents and I could not agree with, and things that your daughter will never be able to look past anymore. But anyway, just make sure that you're at Kay's wedding and that you keep your mouth shut, okay?
All right, already, I'll be there.
That's what I wanted to hear from you. It's your duty as Kay's mother to be there anyway, so of course you'd be going no matter what, right? I guess I'll be seeing you in a little while, and make sure not to cause any trouble for any of the guests. I mean that. If you do anything to get in other people's way, I'll make sure that's the last time you ever see Kay again. Heck, it might even be the last time you see anyone ever again if you really screw things up bad enough.
What are you even talking about? Stop talking to me like I'm 5 years old.
Just obey what I've asked of you like the useless woman that you are, Elle. And make sure to fulfill your duty as her mother by making her look good for her fiancé's rich and powerful family. As for that invitation, it was actually sent out to you yesterday, so you should be getting that soon.
Then what was the point of all that crap before? Ugh. I'll be seeing you at the wedding then.
I heard about this from Dad, but are you actually going to be coming out to my wedding? I can't believe you're even thinking of coming to my wedding of all things. Do you even remember what you did to me? Sure, it's been close to 3 years now since it all started, but are you serious about this right now?
Hey, it's been a while, Kay. What you heard from your dad is true, that I will be coming out to your wedding to attend it. And it was your dad who asked me to come as well. So don't think I was planning on being there to see you out of my own will.
He only asked you to come to my wedding so that my mother would be there and so that our family wouldn't be seen as an embarrassment to my fiancé's family. But really, I don't actually want you coming to my wedding. I don't even think of you as my mother, so it makes no sense having you there sitting in my mother's seat. I am sure that things would be better off if my dad just went out and hired some whore to come and dress nicely saying she's my mother over having you there. All I can even imagine is that you being there will only bring even more embarrassment to me. And how can you even have the guts to come, huh? You must have no shame if all it took was an invite from my dad to get you to come out and be around the whole family again.
Kay, what did I ever do to you that made you talk like that to me? Why do you have to say such things about me? I thought things were going so well when you were younger, and all I was doing was trying my best. But then a few years back, you started to ignore me completely, just like your dad and your grandparents were. I guess ever since then, you've had those harsh feelings towards me that we never had the chance to talk through. I don't understand what happened, though, that caused you to think of me as not being your mom.
How can you sit there moaning about all of that? Seriously? Do you think I'm too stupid to understand what was all going on then? I wasn't a child anymore by the time I realized what you were doing, and that's why things changed so much between the two of us. And luckily, I had Dad there to make sure I knew every single thing about what you did behind our backs. You are the worst kind of trash. Not only did you end up hurting Dad and Grandma and Grandpa, but you hurt me by doing all of it. And that's why I started to hate you and always will until the day I die. I thought we had finally gotten rid of you, to be honest, but now you're back, wanting to come out to my wedding of all things. I cannot believe the nerve of some people.
Wait a minute, Kay, I stabbed you in the back? I never did anything like that to you back then. What are you talking about?
Don't even try acting like you have no idea what I'm talking about. You stole a lot of the family's money, and because of that, I wasn't able to go to the university that I've been wanting to go to for so long. I will never forgive you for doing that to me. Do you know how it felt for me to have to tell all my friends at my graduation from high school that I wouldn't be able to go to college with them? I was in tears, bawling my eyes out, and the only person there who could comfort me was Dad.
Kay, I have no idea what you're going on about. Can you please explain what your dad told you to me?
You were a worthless and stupid mother. Life has been so much better ever since the day Dad divorced you and kicked you out. And yet now you're coming back into my life again, acting as though you're once again my mother. Disgusting, absolutely disgusting of you. By the way, I went ahead and tossed that necklace you gave to me that you got from your mom. That was my way of getting back at you for what you'd done.
What? Why would you do that, Kay? That necklace, it'd been in the family for 3 generations and had so many heirloom jewels on it.
Why did I do it? Because I knew doing something like that would make you upset, and I love making a vile monster like you upset. Even Dad was happy to see that necklace go in the trash. I'm so glad that I did that, because you really are just the worst person ever, and it made me feel like I'd slain a beast.
All right, I get it, Kay. Your dad must have told you a lot of things that have gotten you all confused about me, but it's too late now to fix those misunderstandings. Because I can see that you really do hate me now, and won't want to listen to a word of what I have to say. I'm still going to attend that wedding of yours, though. I even look forward to seeing you then, Kay, even if you're not looking forward to seeing me.
Hey, how much of a freaking idiot are you? Take a look around. You are in the complete wrong seat on the wrong side of the room. You get out of there right now and come back over here before anybody notices what you've done.
What are you talking about now, Gavin? As far as I'm aware, this is the correct seat for someone like me.
You must be seriously brain dead to think something like that when those seats are meant for the groom's family. I hope you were just joking about what you said there. Now get over here and sit in the seat designated for the bride's mother.
I was invited to this wedding as a part of the groom's family, though. After all, I am his aunt, in a way. Which means that there should be no problem with me sitting in this seat, right?
Elle? What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're not aware of this yet, but I am the groom's uncle's wife. I got married to him 6 months after you went and divorced me and kicked me out of the house. So that kind of makes the groom my nephew. Also, my husband happens to be like the boss inside the groom's family in some ways, which means I share said status. So me being sat over here with his family is only correct, right?
Wait a second, you got remarried after I left you? What are you actually going on about right now? I never heard anything about that happening with you.
I never had a reason to tell you about it, neither did the rest of my family. I mean, why should I tell you about something that only relates to me? You're nothing to me anymore after what you did. So that means there really is no reason for me to be telling you anything about my life anymore. By the way, wasn't it you who told me first to never talk to you again after the divorce? All of you guys were against me when I had to leave the house and my daughter, so of course I wasn't going to ever talk to any one of you again.
What are you talking about? None of that has anything to do with what I want to know.
Just know that I'm married to a part of the groom's family now, so you can stop acting like a complete buffoon and let me enjoy this wedding. Oh, and one last thing. I'll be giving a speech today at the wedding with my husband, so please look forward to that.
Why are you, of all people, going to be giving a speech with him? You only just married into that family 6 months ago, right? None of that makes any sense to me.
About that, this may seem a bit strange, but my husband and I first met because of Ben, the groom. My husband is not only Ben's uncle, but he is also his boss within the company, and so he respects my husband and I very much. So as a way of showing that respect, he asked that we step up in front of everyone today and give a speech together, my husband and I.
Are you kidding me right now? How am I gonna let something like that happen? You'd better not say a dang thing that could ruin this wedding for all of us here today.
If you don't want me saying anything that would ruin your guys' wedding, then you'd better watch your attitude, Gavin.
What? Do you think it's okay for you to speak to me like that?
Whoa, now, watch that tone of yours, Gavin.
All right, I'll leave you alone. Neither of us would want there to be any trouble at this wedding, right?
Are you saying that to protect Kay and her wedding, though?
Of course I'm saying that to protect her.
Or could you be so worried about the things I might say because you don't want to affect your promotion in this world? You want the money that's going to come from having Kay marry Ben and his super wealthy family, right? And that's why you want to make sure everything goes well today.
What are you talking about, Elle?
I know about everything already, Gavin. You want this wedding to go as smooth as butter because it will play a major part in the company contract, right?
I have no clue what you're going on about. All I want is for my daughter's wedding to go well today because she's all that matters to me.
Stop making excuses, Gavin. I know about how you went and used up all of that tuition money that was saved for Kay so that she could go to the school she wanted to after high school. Yet you couldn't handle the embarrassment that would come when the family found out, so you told them all it was me, right? And that's why they all ended up ignoring me like I was some creature they didn't want in the house anymore.
Are you out of your mind? What's the point in bringing up all that stuff now? Go ahead and tell everyone if you want, but nobody's going to believe you. Now just get back to your seat over here and be quiet.
My seat isn't over there. I told you that already, right? My seat is next to my husband today with the rest of my family.
Huh?
I would never choose to go and sit over there acting as though I'm Kay's mom. You all made me go through hell for 2 years and then kicked me out when you grew tired of having me around. Do you really still think you can boss me around like that?
Just calm down and think about this. Today is Kay's wedding, right? Don't you care about her and her image? For her sake and the sake of her fiancé's family, calm down and come over here. Just sit next to me like you're still my wife or something, and let's all just learn to get along for today.
I'm not going to listen to you anymore, Gavin. I have plans of my own now. You can try all you want to play nice and beg for me to be with you all, but it is far too late for that. I know what you want out of this wedding, so please sit back and let's both you and I enjoy what's to come.
Why the hell would you do that? Because of you, this wedding is being canceled now, and there's talk now about that contract being ended. That contract was made by me and was about to be secured in the hands of the Wellington family. How are you going to make something as bad as this right for me? You really are such an embarrassment to our family, you pile of garbage.
You're the one who should be embarrassed of themselves, Gavin.
What did you just say?
All I was saying today in that speech was what needed to be said. Nobody was getting upset or anything about it until you started to throw a fit and then came up on stage to try and attack me. You've now gone and embarrassed your own family because you couldn't help yourself from acting like a child.
I'm going to get you kicked out of here. Because of you, you've made me look like I'm the bad guy in all of this. All because you went up there and started to talk about all my wrongdoings in front of everyone here today during your own daughter's wedding. What did you think you were going to achieve with that crap? I will not forgive you for what you've done this time, you bitch.
Jeez, Gavin, you are always so self-centered. That speech was made to wake you and everyone else in that family of yours up. I wanted to make sure that Kay knew about what was going on so that you'd stop causing trouble for her. Luckily, security came and got you before you could get to me and took you out of here. The wedding hasn't even been canceled yet either, and ever since you were taken away, things have gone back to normal. Both Kay and Ben really seem to be happy with one another, and everyone is focused on them right now. The only one who seemed to really take any offense to what I said was you. And you caused all of that trouble, which made everyone think poorly of you and nobody else.
You kicking me out yet still allowing that wedding to continue is pointless. The whole wedding is pointless without the one thing that I wanted from it. Yet now, that one thing, the contract, is going to be canceled because of you. I'm going to have to use Kay to go and talk with her husband about this. She needs to tell him to take that contract and make it happen.
Enough already! Even if you try getting Kay to listen to you and talk with her husband about your stupid little contract, it's no use. Her husband doesn't want to see you anymore, and neither does the rest of his family.
What? What are you talking about? You're married to the groom's uncle now, right? All right, I may still have a chance then. Go and tell your husband that he needs to accept this contract from me still, so that our companies can partner together. You and I still have something between us, don't we? So of course you'll go and help me out here.
I'm sorry, Gavin, but there is nothing between you and I anymore. Just a terrible past that can never be erased.
Please, Elle, do something about this. I've not only invested so much in that contract, but into someone else as well. She told me that if I could get that contract to pass and get the promotion my company offered for it, she'd marry me. I'm so close now, so please, just help me this once, Elle. If you can help me get this deal squared away with that family, then I'll be promoted to the head of my department and be making 3 times as much as I do now.
You're being manipulated by some hostess, Gavin. When will you come to realize any of that?
What? My Rena isn't anything like that. She'd never manipulate me.
If she truly loved you, Gavin, she wouldn't say she'd only marry you if you got that promotion. Is that woman really your reason for why you stole your daughter's college money? You really are the worst of the worst, Gavin. I hope when all of this is done and over with, you learn some kind of lesson and leave that Rena chick behind.
Wait, so you're really not going to help me out here? I'm sorry for everything I did to you before.
Do you see what I meant? You have never really cared about Kay and her plans for marriage. You only wanted this wedding to go well so that you could have that contract go through, get your promotion, and be with that hostess from the bar. Selfish assholes like you, Gavin, deserve what all's coming for you. Thankfully, everyone here at the wedding knows the truth now and will no longer want anything to do with you. You're done for. Now go out and find that hostess of yours, and good luck explaining to her what happened today. And make sure to not ever show your face around my family and I again.
About what all happened yesterday, thank you.
What?
And not just for what happened yesterday, but for what you said to me back when we had started talking to one another again. You said some things to me that stuck, and that kind of started to help me see what had been going on behind the scenes all along. I was always wondering why someone as kind as you would want to steal the money that was saved up for me, and what you'd want to even use that for. You never spent a lot of money the whole time you'd been raising me, so of course there was something going on there. That asshole of a father told me you went and spent it all on another man before the divorce went down. I chose to believe what he told me, yet that turned out to be the complete opposite in the end. He was the one who spent it all on some chick I'd never even heard of.
It's okay now, Kay. What happened in the past will fortunately stay in the past for the most part. What's important to me is that you understand all of that now. Now, about your wedding, I'm really sorry that my speech went and caused such a ruckus between your dad and I. It's just that my husband couldn't forgive what your dad did to me, and he wanted to make sure we took care of him once and for all. Thankfully, after that, your wedding was able to carry on, and your dad was taken away from the wedding venue by security. From what I could tell, even your grandparents were able to understand the truth that I told everyone, which is a great thing.
I see. Surprisingly, my husband still seems to be okay with being married to me, even after hearing about all of that regarding Dad. And he even said that he loved me.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Well, when it came to us being together, all of it felt artificial, since everyone around us seemed to be the ones wanting Ben and I to be together. But after Dad tried running up to attack you and I was able to tell him to get away, Ben realized that I really am more caring than he first thought. And after that, he told me I did a good thing trying to step in to stop my dad and protect you, and said that he really did want me to become his wife.
Is that so? Well, I'm happy to hear that from you, Kay.
Yeah, just what happened with Dad is really shocking to me still, but I can't say that I'm not happy to see him out of my life.
Anyway, Mom, I'm sorry for everything I did to you in the past. Actually, I never thought the day would come where I'd feel comfortable calling you my mom again. Even though there've been a lot of changes these past few years, could you still be my mother? Could we still get along as a family? Of course, Kay. I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened myself, so let's start things fresh again. Like the last few years never even really happened between you and I. And as your mom, I'm always going to be watching over and taking care of you, no matter what. After everything that happened, that surprising event at Kay's wedding ended up serving as a catalyst for improving my relationship with her again. As mother and daughter, her and I have really started to talk to one another like a family again, and my husband is very happy about that. As for my ex-husband, though, after being discovered at home drinking his sadness away by his parents, they both kicked him out of their house and onto the streets. He begged them both for hours to let him back in and that he would do better from now on to improve their situation through his job, but they weren't going to bite. He even tried going to Kay asking for her help, where she told him a firm no before slamming the door to hers and Ben's house in his face. To make matters even worse for him, his hostess friend Rena ended up getting married to another man and moving away from town out into the countryside. He made an attempt to find her before she left town, but when he made it out to the apartment she'd been staying at, nobody was living there anymore and the door was locked. She also went and blocked his number on her phone, so there was really no way for him to ever find her again. Additionally, back at work there was more pressure applied to him for not getting that deal to go through, and was demoted from his position and then transferred to a small office out in the middle of nowhere. Whether or not he'll ever be able to get out of there remains a mystery to us all, but in any case, I'm really glad to have my cute little girl back and an improved relationship with her. One night, Kay did say that she was really sorry for me, though, for what she did to that necklace I had passed down to her from my mother, and even said to me that she'd pay me back for it. Of course, I wasn't going to say that she didn't have to do that, since it was a very fancy necklace that had a lot of meaning to my family, but I did tell her that she could take her time paying it off. From now on, I'm looking forward to all the new memories her and I will be able to make as mother and daughter again. Stacy, thank you for wanting to come to see us as it seemed to make you happy, but next time can you make sure to let me know first? Coming out of nowhere like this makes it hard for me to match my schedule with the hospital's.
Why? Why do I have to listen to you, Brianna, and match what I do with the plans you have? And you were able to come answer me immediately, so everything's fine now. I just wanted to come over to give you your gift for having a baby, so don't be so mouthy with me for trying my best. You really have all sorts of reasons for being the worst wife imaginable. Maybe you're starting to go crazy right now after having your baby. They say sometimes when a woman has her baby, she begins to have depression and go crazy because she's not carrying it anymore. You must be mental now, right? Anyway, you complaining to me about not respecting you and your schedule after handing you your gift was a mistake on your part.
I'm sorry. Thank you for wanting to bring a gift. I'm happy that you happened to think of me while I was having the baby.
Whatever. I'm starting to doubt you as a person, Brianna, because of the way you've handled this. Maybe I'll just turn around and head back home now so that I don't have to be stressed over you any longer.
Stacy, I'm sorry for being a bit rude with you earlier, but don't you ever come around me and my son again. I have been thinking about things between us for a bit now, and I don't want you anywhere near us as I raise him.
What is going on with you now, Brianna? Especially with a harsh attitude like that, I'm worried you really do need to see the psych ward. But anyway, you don't even have to ask me to stay away because I never planned on seeing you both again.
That's true, you hate my guts as it is. But what you did today was unforgivable.
Oh, and what could that have been?
Don't start playing dumb now, please. The moment you came and saw us again, what exactly was it you said to my boy when you saw his face? You said that even though he's your oldest son's baby, he is not cute at all, and then laughed. Then you followed up by saying it must all be my genetics. You really just stood there making fun of your own grandchild after he was just born. Do you have a good enough reason for doing that?
I just wanted to say what I thought was all. You're an ugly woman after all, and so the child you gave birth to happens to share the same traits as you. He looks just like you, and so me complimenting him the same way I'd compliment you is only natural, right? There's no need to be upset. That kid may be my grandchild, but he looks like a dang monkey.
Also, today wasn't just about you coming to see us and your grandchild, right? The real reason you came to us was for more money.
You're a rude one, aren't you? I had no reason to be there for your guys' money.
How can you say that now? You came in and told us that after coming all this way to see a monkey, we should at least pay for your taxi ride home. And as you said that and I lay there in the hospital bed, you reached into my purse and took out $300.
Well, why are you being so stingy right now, huh? I was being nice by coming out to see that kid, and so it's only fair that you pay for my means of transportation, right? You can't be so selfish when dealing with someone like me. I have to live off of what little social security I have left.
I am once again sorry. My son woke up and so I had to stop talking with you for a bit to care for him. But either way, I'm telling you that from now on, you're no longer invited to come see us. We've known for a while now that you've had troubles with money, and that's why we've been giving you an allowance. And we tried our best to stay quiet even though you'd been so rude to me about everything, but I can't take it anymore. I am the wife of your second oldest son, and he and I have been working hard for our son. And I was fine dealing with your rude remarks to me every now and then, but I assumed you'd lighten up about us when we had our baby boy. I had at least hoped that when you came to see him, you'd say how cute he is and open up to us a bit more. But I can see you just want to hate my baby and me now. I now see that you're not happy for us to have a baby, and that's fine, because I'm no longer dealing with you as my mother-in-law.
You always have to make such a fuss. I even made sure to give you that gift. Does that not make you at least a little happy for me coming to see you guys? You really must be moneyless if you can't understand how precious that gift to you was. I can't believe my son chose to marry you. I can't even see you as anything other than a witch now.
And it was because of that gift from you that I'm in a rage now. What the hell even was that? Can't you just stop yourself from picking on me at least once? In what world is giving 5 cents to someone after giving birth a good gift? Especially when it's coming from the mother-in-law.
You have no reason to be complaining to me. I was very thoughtful giving you that even 5 cents as a gift. Maybe you could try thanking me for that. It's not like you deserve any more money after giving birth to that monkey.
Well, then I'm going to stop giving you any more money as well.
Huh? Giving me money? What are you on about? I know that my money is coming from my son. So you have no right as his crappy wife to be speaking for him. I know that you're good for absolutely nothing, Brianna. That's the whole reason why you can't even give birth to a half-decent looking baby. If that thing grows up one day, it'll turn out to be nothing more than a waste crawling through our society.
Phil, how much time do you have? I have something we really need to be talking about.
It's rare of you to text me this time of day. What's up?
Actually, today your mom came to the hospital to see our son.
What? She did? She was telling me that she didn't even want to see our boy. At least, that's what I remember her saying. So I guess in the end, she did want to see her grandchild.
No, that's not the reason. She didn't come all the way here to see our baby, but rather to take some more money from me.
Your money?
And if you want to hear more about it, she even said that our boy isn't cute at all while laughing about it. And as a gift to me for having the baby, she gave me 5 cents. And then she told me that since she came all that way to see us, she needed money for her taxi. And since I'm still in the hospital bed, she went and reached into my purse and took my money out of it.
What? She came there and made fun of our son? And she only gave you 5 cents as a gift? Does she not see how awful she's being right now? What the hell is that old bag thinking? She needs to go home or something. And wasn't the money in your purse the money that your parents gave to you in case you needed anything while in the hospital? You're telling me she just stole that from you? You sure did tell me when we needed to talk about this, huh? I'm still working at the moment, but we'll have a break very soon. During that time, can we talk more?
Sure, that's fine. Good luck with work.
Thanks for waiting on me. How are you feeling right now? You're staying relaxed, right?
I'm okay. And our baby just got finished drinking some milk, so he's sleeping next to me.
I see. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry for what's happened to you today. After she fell in love with the baby my older brother had, who ended up being a girl, I guess she just couldn't get behind us having a boy as our first child.
Well, she's had something against me for the longest time for not being a housewife like your older brother's wife, and so me working a job of my own must have started her hate towards me. Always telling me that my job is to be your wife and nothing else, all that kind of crap.
But I never thought that she'd pass on all that hate she has for you to our baby. I thought that things would get better after all the work we put in for this.
You don't have to feel sorry for anything, Phil. Nobody ever thought your mom could get any worse than she had been. But the moment I saw the gift that she gave me for giving birth, I had just had enough from her. And that's when I told her on accident that I never wanted her to see her grandchild again.
No, you were right to say something like that. And to make sure that our son grows up in a loving household, she doesn't need to be around him anymore.
What about the money we're giving her every month? I told her that I'd stop that as well. I'm sorry. I told her something without even thinking that might have made things more difficult. Now that I've calmed down, I think I overstepped things there.
You have nothing to apologize for, Brianna. You have every right in this world to be upset with my mom for making fun of our newborn boy. And so you fought back to protect him. So you don't need to be worried about what you did to Mom. How about we really do stop sending her money? After all, we're going to need more money ourselves now with a kid in the house. You have to be tired now, right? You've had to take care of Ren as well, so you need to take things easy. When I'm out of work today, I'll head right back to the hospital to see you.
Phil, why haven't I been able to get any money from you yet this month? Don't you dare tell me that that witch got into your head and told you to stop. That little disgusting witch telling you what to do with your money is not something any wife should do. You divorce her right now and come back to your mom.
Jeez, I've heard enough already from you. I've had more than enough reason for me to stop giving you any money.
Well, I want to know what those reasons are, and that's why I'm asking about it. Your older brother happens to be so charming, yet for some reason you keep making yourself look worse. Before I have to take matters into my own hands, please give me this month's money. You know that your father's body isn't that great anymore, and I myself am getting really old, and so we need that money to survive.
You're not my mom anymore.
Huh? Excuse me? Is that the right way to speak to your mother right now?
The only parent I have now is my dad. I don't give a crap about who you are.
Hold on, Phil. Why are you this upset with me? Phil, you reply to me right now. You frickin' witch. It's because of you that Phil has left me. He's never been the type of kid to ignore his own mother. What the hell could a brainless and toxic woman like you have done to him?
I never did a single thing to him. All of that was what he wanted. Perhaps it's time you start to learn how to understand your own kids' feelings.
Shut the hell up, you stupid rat. Whoever gets in the way of a mother and their son is the worst scum on this planet.
It seems that you're a bit confused right now by everything, but I haven't done anything to get in the way of you two. After all, that money that's been going to support you every month has been coming from the money I make.
Huh?
For a long time now, Phil has been wanting to end ties with you because you've always cared about his older brother and wife the most. But then 3 years ago, just after we got married, it was found out that his father had cancer. It was said that his dad wouldn't be around too much longer, and so Phil decided that until the day came that his dad drew his last breath, he'd remain helping the family. And that's why for 3 years now, he's continued to be a part of the family.
What are you talking about? How does that have anything to do with you guys giving me money every month? You're probably just trying to take us off topic so you don't have to give me anything, huh? I can't allow that.
Is that what you think? Well, then I guess this conversation is over with.
Even though you're supposed to be my son's wife, you're completely useless. I don't care to listen to whatever made-up stories you may have about my son. Go tell Phil to call me right now. Phil just threatened me by saying that if I don't listen to you, he's never going to think about giving us money ever again. Threatening his own parents? I never remember raising a son as awful as that. Come on now, Brianna, and let's finish this dang trouble you've started. He just blocked me again, and now I'll never be able to talk with him.
Well, things won't change until you start listening. Your husband must be going through a lot now as well, right?
I want you to talk to me right now, you toxic witch. If all you're going to do is keep saying random crap, I'll never be able to listen to you.
Understood. So that you can follow what I'm about to say to you regarding where that money you get every month comes from, I'll go into detail. But just be aware that Phil is really upset right now. And he has been for 3 years. His dad can no longer work and be able to help you guys afford to get the procedures he needs. He needed to get you guys money. But when you'd always treat your own son like trash compared to your oldest, he couldn't find it in him to try his hardest for you and your husband. Now, after what you've done recently, he's really lost all faith in helping you both out.
What? But the right thing to do is just keep giving us money, right? We're his parents, after all.
That's right. When Phil thought about what happened if he stopped giving you guys money, he worried what his dad would have to go through. But Phil is a very nice guy, and so back in the day when he was first having trouble bringing himself to give you guys anything, he chose to be the nice person he knows he is and give you guys a monthly amount. However, after a while of that, he could no longer take you constantly ripping into me. And so I told him that in his place, I could start to support you, and maybe that'd help things for him. And so in his place, I've been the one giving you that money every month for maybe the past 2 years.
Why the hell would you end up doing that?
Well, if you had never given birth to Phil, I would have never been able to meet him and marry him. And so my plan has been, as long as Phil's dad is alive, I'll thank you by supporting you financially. But you've still hated me all this time and have started making me doubt you ever being a good influence on this family. Even after having my own baby, you came to him and told him to his face that he's ugly and that I am as well. And so after you'd done that, the little piece of respect I had for you as the mother of my husband was crushed. And that's why I am no longer giving you any money. Have you come to understand what's going on now?
But if you go ahead and do that, what'll happen with my husband's treatments? We won't be able to do them anymore. Are you saying you'd be fine killing him?
And regarding that, I had a discussion with Phil. He told me if this was all to protect our son, then ending the money given to you guys would be forgiven by his dad. And so that's the conclusion we came to. And in my case, I can understand how Phil feels about saying that. We have both been trying our best to deal with your horrible behavior towards us, but now we've reached our limits. There is nothing else we want more in this world than for you to learn from your mistakes. You're now going to experience all the resentment that we both have had towards you for so long, you old bag.
What? Why would you use such needless vocabulary? Are you that upset? If I really was an old bag, it'd be one thing, but I'm not even close to one, so you can't just say that. You're an absolute rotten rat. You told my husband things you shouldn't have.
Things I shouldn't have? When your husband came in to see our baby boy, I asked him if he wanted to know what you thought of our little Wren. And when he said yes, I told him.
And I'm saying you shouldn't have told him any of that. You should have been keeping your mouth quiet and just let my husband leave without a single word being said.
Whether you wanted me to do something or not, and whether it makes me a bad person to you or not, I've already decided that you're going to pay for everything. So I'll do anything to ruin you. But it seems that your husband has caught on already to just how rotten of a bag you really are, right?
Huh?
Your husband told me. He said he knew that you would always show your love to your oldest son and his wife, and he tried to stop you. And when you both began to talk about divorce because of it, you threatened him by saying he'd never get to see his sons anymore. And so that's why today he came to us crying and begging for forgiveness. He told us he never wanted you to treat us so badly, but couldn't do anything to stop you. And now that he knows we understand him, he hates you just as much as we do. So that is why he's going to aid us in our revenge.
There's no way my husband would ever lend a hand to a witch like you. He's my husband. He and I have been together longer than you've been alive.
Well, if that's what you think is holding you both together, then go right ahead and keep thinking that. Doing that will only make things better for us.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you could possibly do to me. What the hell is going on right now? What the hell are all these documents? What the hell are you trying to do to me?
Ah, hi, Stacy. Seems they've finally arrived. I assumed that there would be some trouble ahead, and so I made sure to get a lawyer to make those up. As you can see by what's written on the papers, your husband's money will all be going to Phil and I after he passes. At least 90% of it will be. And that remaining 10% will then go to his oldest son and daughter-in-law. And as for you, you won't even get a single penny.
His money? He's still alive, though, so why are you guys talking about the money he'll have after he dies? And if that's the case, I'm his wife and should get the money instead. You can't just do all of this behind my back and think to get away with it. I'm sure that these papers are all fakes anyway.
All of that money he plans on giving after he passes is kept in accounts not related to your guys' marriage. And since he's the one that holds all that money that he's been saving up under his name, he can make the decision on where it will go. There's also been the fact that you only ever show interest in your oldest son and would sometimes leave your husband at home to fend for himself while struggling with cancer. So all of that has been included in his final decision. And since all of this was done through a lawyer that we had hired and those documents made official under your husband's signature, you nor your oldest can do anything about it.
So there won't be any money left for me? There's no way! That's not even fair! Especially with the care that I did give him all these years.
Who was the one that cared for him? You never cared for him, instead leaving him at home to become even more sick, and you'd whisper under your breath that you wanted him to give up soon. He heard all of that, you know? But he's a very kind man, and so he never wanted to end things this way with you. He wanted to make sure he could end life still being married to you. But after what you did to your grandson, he couldn't take it anymore. And so this right here is the work that was put in to get revenge on you by him. He at least gave up on ever wanting to divorce you. I'm sorry, but the only one that ever cared for your husband was Phil.
What? Well, then what's going to happen to me? I won't be getting any money from you guys, and I won't get jack from my husband when he's gone.
Well, then I guess you'll be out of luck.
Stop messing around. Whatever. I'll just go and ask my oldest and his wife to care for me. I made sure to raise him the best and have been with them all the way. So of course they'll be willing to care for me in my time of need.
Only if you can make that happen. Phil, it seems that your mom is following as planned and will be trying to get your older brother to help her. How are things there?
Things are going so well right now that I can't be bothered to look away. I'm good here. Just finishing some things up. After explaining the situation of my mom and dad to my brother, and letting him know he'd still at least get a little money, he hopped on board with us. But really, I didn't want him getting anything from my dad, that jerk. I always knew he was the kind of guy that wanted to get whatever he pleased, but man, this time's going to be great because of that. He's willing to literally throw away his mom for a little bit of money? He really did turn out like trash, just like his mom.
You've always had it out for those two, and I agree that your brother and mom are like two peas in a pod with how nasty of people they are.
Well, I'd never like anyone who always looked down on me and treated me as though I'm extra baggage in the family. I told him to block her number if he wanted the money, and so he did. And I told him that once Dad had passed, he'll be getting his share. Well, I'm not actually going to give it to him now.
Wait, are you sure? Won't your brother become even more of a problem if you do that to him?
It'll be fine. While we were young, he'd always take my toys from me and promise to give them back in an hour or two. But then when I'd come and ask for it back, he'd tell me to get lost and then keep the toy. So it's always been him breaking promises. So this time, I'll take it upon myself to, in fact, break one promise with him. I planned on just letting a lot of the past go with my brother, but then I found it too hard to do that after everything. And since my dad is the only thing keeping me around my mom and brother, once Dad's gone, I'm totally fine making my brother pay just as much as Mom will. I'm sorry. I guess some of my personal problems are getting caught up in our plans now.
You're all right, Paul. And even after your dad's gone, you'll have me and Ren as your new family. And since we're your family, we have no choice but to make sure you feel better too.
Thank you so much, Brianna.
Brianna, please help me. I can't get in touch with anyone anymore and I'm in huge trouble. If things keep going south for me, I'll be dead myself. I haven't had any experience working a job myself, and so nobody will take me that can pay me well enough. I don't even want to work anyway. I'll do anything for you as long as I get a little money.
Stacy, I have myself a son now that's so cute. And I have to take care of him for the time being. And at the moment, I'm still a new mom, so I can't see myself having to take care of 2 babies. Also, you remember when you said my son looks like a monkey? You wouldn't want to be in a family with a boy that looks like a monkey, would you? And besides, I don't even want to meet with you anymore after you showed the kind of toxic mother you really are.
Wait! You're wrong about that. That was... Back then I was just joking about your son. I never meant to be serious about anything I said to him.
The only thing I picked up from you was how serious you really were. You're too late to be coming back to me now asking for anything anyway. Now, my little boy's going to be waking up soon, so can you stop talking to me? Now, goodbye forever.
Wait, Brianna! What am I going to do now? What should I do to make sure that I'll be okay? Both my sons threw me away and my husband will be dying soon. I won't be getting anything from him after he's gone, and I still need to pay for the house and food. Hey, can you please give me anything? I'm asking you to please listen to me.
After that, Stacy didn't get any money with the passing of her husband, and the house was given to Phil, which he used his power to kick her out of. I haven't spoken to her since our last conversation, so I can't be certain what's happened to her. But I did see her working at a supermarket not too long ago. But in her case, she was late to work a lot and missed work even more often, and soon was no longer working there. She then showed up at another store even closer to our house, and ever since seeing the worn out and dead face she had there, I am not going back. Then, when it comes to Phil's older brother, when he heard that his father had passed away and never heard anything from Phil regarding the money, he came to our house complaining about why no money showed up yet. Phil then explained to him that he doesn't get any, and that's for all the times he broke promises with Phil. Of course, this made him upset, but just before he tried to do anything to his brother, our lawyer, who he had over to finish some talks up with, came out and told him to rethink his decision. And since then, his brother has never been seen around us again. Now, when it comes to me, I'm just living with my husband and Ren, and we are making the best of our little family with what we have left.
You really are a brazen woman for coming into this household when all of the family is ignoring you. A high school dropout lowlife like you can go ahead and eat in the doghouse tonight.
So this means there'll be no food made for me tonight?
There's no way there could be any food made for you in this household. Why would we ever want to serve food to a high school dropout lowlife like you? There's still a bag of dog food over there left over, so you can have that to eat.
No, I'll make something for myself, so don't worry.
Huh? You'll make something? I'm telling you right now that you're not allowed to use this house's kitchen, all right?
That's completely fine. I have some camping equipment that I can use. I was thinking about going to the park nearby and making up some curry for dinner.
I see. Then go right ahead and do so. Just make sure that whatever rancid curry you're capable of making doesn't have its smell latch onto you when you come home.
I think it's really difficult to make something like curry smell rancid. But don't worry. I don't think any of the smell will come close to the house, even if I have a bit of the smell on my clothing.
Well, considering we could kick you out of this house whenever we'd like, you should really get started on learning how to live out in the elements.
Yes, that's correct.
Well, you seem to be very understanding of me today. Then let me ask you this. Could you please leave this house for good starting tomorrow?
What?
You seem to be really into that camping thing now, right? I like to think it suits you very much, and you could do a lot better living outside than in this house. So I was thinking I could help you along by forcing you to stay out. Ugh.
So you're just going to kick me out of the house for good outright now?
I still can't believe how long you've made it squatting in our house when the whole family's been ignoring you the whole time. I'll have you leave this house for good, though, tomorrow, so please be ready for that. My husband's been telling me that those with a low-level education shouldn't even have a right to talk to us. So when you're out of this house, we will all finally have the ability to talk freely again. And not one person will feel sorry for you.
So you won't even regret kicking me out?
Why the heck would we regret getting a shameless squatter out of our house?
All right, then. I'll be leaving your house for good tomorrow. Just remember that no matter what you say to me, I'm not going to be coming back there.
Of course I'll remember that gladly. If you actually came back, I'd have to take more extreme measures and literally kick you out.
Hey, Ren! What the hell is going on here? I heard that you left the house for good. Why would you do something like that?
You're asking me why I left that house for good now? Do I really have to explain to you, of all people, the reason as to why I had to leave?
Wait, I get that you and my parents haven't really been getting along with one another too well recently, but...
Your parents? It's not only your parents, Grant. Things haven't been going well between me and all of you, right? I mean, not only has it been your parents ignoring me this whole time, but you as well.
But when it's just been you and I've done everything to make you comfortable, right?
Yet when your family, especially your parents, are around, you join in with them treating me like garbage, and I've had enough of that crap from you all. How the hell do you call yourself a husband when you can't even protect your wife? Idiot, I have no use for you anymore, Grant.
Hold on a sec. I have a position in this family that I have to uphold. There was no other choice for me all those times.
That's right. There wasn't any other choice for you. So go ahead and continue to stay in that position, protecting it over me. I'm leaving the house now, and your family.
Hold on, please. If you go and leave this house for good, how are we going to be able to pay the rent here? You and I have been paying half and half this whole time, right?
Half and half? I've been paying close to 80% of the rent there, while you just fork over a measly 20%. Due to the fact that you work a worthless job still, you still don't make enough to pay for half of the rent.
What? Are you trying to make fun of me now? I'm the one that actually graduated from one of the most prestigious universities in the United States.
Yet you're now making even less than someone who didn't even graduate from high school. Both you and the rest of your family, you all just love to brag about your education and crap, but look at you all. What the hell happened? Two of you are unemployed, and the other is just a paper pusher making half of what a full-time store clerk could be making.
What did you say?
No matter what I've said, the only retorts your parents have are about one's education, when them and yourself are all useless. I don't enjoy being made fun of for my education when I'm the one who's making the big bucks here.
You! Who are you calling useless?
I'm calling you and the rest of your family useless. You all just love making fun of someone for being a high school dropout, but don't want to acknowledge the fact that the high school dropout is the one making all of the money and supporting every single one of you. It's pathetic.
Now you're saying too much there. Take all that back right now.
Who the hell would take back the truth? I've had to put up with all of you ignoring me and my needs for months now. Sure, I know that I'm partially responsible for having to carry on for months like that, because I shouldn't have put up with that from the start, but without me in the house, your parents will not be able to carry on, now will they? Originally, I didn't want to leave your house knowing that fact to be true, but after how much constant crap I've been forced to chew on, I am out of here.
Hey, come on now, please, rethink what you're doing here.
How about you stop begging for me to sit around and go tell both of your parents the damn truth? Tell them that their beloved son is so useless that he has to survive on his wife's income or else he'll end up homeless, just like the both of them will.
How much more are you gonna make fun of me before you're happy?
I don't think I'll ever be happy now with how much I can make fun of someone like you. So I'm going to keep it up forever. I need to watch as you and your family go down from here on out, from the sidelines, of course. I'll really enjoy your guys' screams for having me come back here really soon. Now, I'm heading out towards my own life, and I'll never be coming back here again.
As for our divorce, I'll be working with a lawyer here soon to get that all taken care of.
Hold on for just 1 second, please.
Ren, you're allowed to come back to the house now.
What's that?
I'm saying my husband and I are okay with you coming back and living in our home again. This is wonderful news for you, right? So why don't you come on back now and live with us?
What are you talking about right now, Ruth? I was going to assume that after a month without me, you'd be wanting to apologize for everything you'd done to me before. But you're not.
Apologize? And what was it again that we did to you that would require an apology? I assumed that you had finally learned your lesson and would want to come back home now. That's why I'm allowing your return.
Damn, how large does one's pride have to be for them to talk with such arrogance? Then allow me to take the lead of this conversation from you. Ruth, have you guys been able to pay the rent on that house this month? And that's the reason right there for why you want me to come back and live with you all now, right? If you'd like for someone to want to go back to their abuser's house, how about starting with an "I'm sorry" or something like that? By doing that, you'll have a far better chance of getting the victim to want to move back in with you.
What the hell? Acting all tough now, are we?
That's because I'm both tough and powerful. I'd been the one paying off most of the rent on that place every month for the three of you. And it was all because of me that you, your husband, and your son were able to live there without having to give a damn, right?
Well, I never frickin' knew about that at the time. Grant went and lied to the both of his parents about it.
I'm sure that's the case. He has an especially large pride that he's not mature enough to let down a little. But who might he have gotten that kind of behavior from,
Had my husband and I known that you were paying the rent for us, we would have told you to stop and started paying ourselves.
And I'm sure you would have. You both would never want to accept the fact that a high school dropout who you'd been picking on the whole time was paying for the place you both resided in.
And that's why the two of us went and kicked Grant out of the house.
What?
Which means we're completely fine with you coming back and living here. I know now that all Grant was doing was putting on a mask in front of his father and I to make himself look good. But when he'd go around you, he'd try to play the same game, right? Oh, that kind of a helpless man who tries to appease both sides is someone who we do not want in this house.
Wow. All of that spoiling you did for Grant, and now you've gone and kicked him out, just like that. I guess when you both realized that he was completely useless, you had no other option but to kick him out.
Anyhow, you come back and live here, please. Neither of us will ignore you anymore, so don't worry about that. I'll even let you use the kitchen from now on.
After all you've had to realize this past month, you're still talking down to me like you have the upper hand? I did say something about this a while back, didn't I? No matter what happened with you all, I would not be going back to that house.
I get that, but Grant is no longer living here, so you should be fine now, right?
Sure, I really do hate his guts a lot, but when it comes to you and your husband, I hate you guys so much that the steam coming out of my ears from anger could melt steel. Not only do I not want to live with you all ever again, but I don't even want to see you guys anymore. Sorry, not sorry.
What the hell are you saying? You really are the most childish person I've ever met.
Yet the woman who had been ignoring one of her family members who had been living with her for close to a year isn't childish? Is it all right if I say that I'm tired of talking to you now?
You hold it right there, Ren!
Hey, Ren. Do you think you could help me out just a bit? I was kicked out of my parents' house. Right now, I have nowhere left to go.
I don't give a damn. What is going on with all of you? It's only been a month, yet now that everything has gone to hell for you three, you all are going to beg for my help? How dare you?
I really do feel bad for all of the things that happened to you, Ren. I was in between a rock and a hard place back then, all right? You understand what I mean, right? I really respect both of my parents, but I also really love you. And, well, back then there was no way for me to make a move because the both of those things was too strong for me.
I've heard that excuse from you now 101 times. And for every one of those times, I have not found any way to comprehend what you mean.
Don't be so childish, Ren. How about you think about someone else for once, like me, who had been in such a tough position at the time?
Childish? You sound just like someone else I really frickin' hate. Your parents were just saying that exact same thing to me for the exact same reasons.
She was saying that? I guess my mom is thinking the same thing as me right now. But I was disowned by the both of them and kicked out of their house. I'm never gonna be meeting with either one of them ever again.
Now, how did you know that it was your mom who said that?
What?
Why did you just say your mom and not your dad then?
What? Wait, about that, Look, calling someone childish sounds like something only my mom would ever really say to someone else.
Could this mean that whole thing about you getting disowned and kicked out of their house was a lie? You're just using that as a way to try and get me to sympathize, to empathize with you, so that you can get more money out of me. If you're not going to say anything, then I'm not going to bother with you guys anymore. Really, if you guys were struggling that badly, I would have liked it if you just said that outright like grown adults would.
You have it all wrong. I was forced to do this by my mom. I'm not working together with her and my dad as an accomplice or anything. I was ordered by my mom to go out and get money from you, and if I couldn't, she'd cut ties to me along with my dad.
So like always, you're just doing as your parents say. How pathetic and miserable of a man you are.
Shut up! I have no other choice but to do this, all right? Hey, come on now. All we need for right now is this month's rent from you, so please give it to us. Right now I'm working a part-time job during weeknights and on the weekend to make some extra cash. I'm sure that by next month I'll be pulling in enough to be able to pay the rent myself without any help, but I don't get paid until next month, all right? Can you at least give me some money for this month so that I don't have to lose my parents?
Why are you trying so hard right now? If both of your parents are just sucking you dry of all your money and are forcing you to now have to work that much, why not just leave them to rot and go find your own place?
Because I'm their only child. That means that I have to be the one to take care of those two. This is the duty of a son. I have to be there to protect them at all costs.
Scary. So what you're telling me is, as a husband, it was not your duty to protect your wife at all costs?
I was doing my best to take care of you, all right? But the reason why my parents hated you so much was partially due to the fact that you had an attitude they did not like.
Huh?
You were always being sassy with them anytime they'd talk to you, right? You would also use very rash phrasing and never acted like you respected either one of them. I think that's the reason why those two had to make fun of you for being a high school dropout then. I think you should be aware that you are partially to blame for all that happened then.
The fact that you're sitting there begging me for my hard-earned money, yet still want to take a chance to preach? I knew you and your parents were one and the same thing. You all can't get enough when it comes to making me look and feel like trash.
What? No, wait, that's not what I meant. I just like to say things the way they are.
Forget it. I don't really care anymore. All I care about is summing what I learned from you today up. You want me to financially support you and your parents, right? In other words, that means you are in such a bad position that you only have me to rely on, although you're not treating me like I'm your last hope. I'll have to say no to your request for now then, since it seems you're not taking things seriously enough yet.
No, wait, hold on a second, Ren. I'm sorry about that. I did a really bad job asking you for help just then.
Don't worry about the way you asked, because no matter how you would have asked me, I don't feel like giving any more of my money away to 3 arrogant slugs. How about you do what most people do and borrow some money?
Please, Ren, don't leave me like this. If you don't do anything for me here, then both of my parents are going to abandon me.
I think being abandoned by those two is the best outcome. You'll finally be free of those two and be able to do whatever you want with your time and money. Doesn't that sound great to you? Ruth, if you ever come around me like that again, I'm going to call the police. All right? Huh?
What are you talking about? Stop playing dumb with me for 2 seconds. I saw you out there wandering around my house like you were looking for a way inside of it. I'm not sure how you came across my new address or anything like that, but if you don't get the hell out of here, I'm calling the police. I'm just out taking a walk is all, okay? I never knew that this part of town was so close to where you live now. And if you call the police on me, that's what I'll have to tell them. Ugh, is that what you think? Will you go ahead and do whatever and say whatever you want? Jesus, you really won't ever stop being such a tight ass, huh? Well, now that I know your house is around here, I have something I'd like to come and say to you. But before I come over, I'll give you a little rundown first. I happen to have this friend, all right? And he is a very muscular and scary-looking man who had even mastered 5 kinds of martial arts. And, well, I'd like to come over and visit you with him at my side. I have never been threatened like this before. What? Oh, you think that I'm threatening you? Explain how that was me threatening you. I'm not sure what about that made you think it was a threat, but if you don't mind, how about coming out from inside your house so we can talk? I came all the way out here to learn that it's where you're living, so how about you come out to say hi and chat for a bit? No, thank you. Go back to your house or anywhere else right now. And as for that man you just told me about, I don't care to meet him much either. Oh? Well, but it seems we're on our way over to your place right now. He seems to be really interested in you, actually, and has gotten a head start. Is that right? But I still have no plans of going out there to meet either one of you. I'm telling you, it's best that you both go home right now. That's not going to happen now. We're on our way right now, so it's too late for you. And it's far too late for you to regret everything now. So that's how things are going to be. All right, then.
Mom? What the actual hell do you think you're doing? Who the hell was that man just then? Why was he going after Ren?
What? Grant, what are you going on about right now?
I'm not joking around right now, Mom, so please get real here. I want to know who that man was that you sent to Ren's house. Right as I got inside the house, he came and broke off the lock to the door. He then came in and started looking for Ren before I went and told him to stop. And then one of the security guards from the gated community came and took him down as they both threw punches at one another.
So in the end, he was taken away by security? Wait. Grant, why are you at Ren's house right now?
I came here to talk with her about the divorce and everything it entails. I brought over some other paperwork for her and was just dropping it off inside. And when that man broke into the house from behind me, it was all bad timing. Especially since that was when a security patrol was coming down the street and saw it happen.
Then, if he was taken away by security, does that mean the police?
I'm sure they're handing him over right now. Luckily, all the houses in this community have cameras all over them for that extra security. So he's going to have to face charges for breaking and entering, as well as for assaulting one of the security guards.
Oh, all you ever do is the most needless things when I have a plan. Having to keep such a useless son like you around has caused me enough harm. Don't you come back to the house ever again. I am cutting ties to you forever now.
Understood, Mom.
What? You're not going to beg for me to forgive you or anything like that.
There's just one thing I'd like to ask you before I go, and that's if you're really going to be okay, Mom.
What?
If you're willing to kick me out of your house now, then who will be the one to take care of both you and Dad? Will the both of you even be able to come close to paying for rent every month there?
Wait, that's,
Honestly, though, I've been wanting to get away from the both of you for a while now. I've finally seen just what horrible people you both really were to Ren, and that I enabled all of it to happen. I want to change my ways now after that, and in order to do such a thing, the first thing I have to do is change the environment in which I live.
Huh? Grant, are you actually planning on leaving our house?
You just told me that you were cutting ties to me, right? What did you think something like that actually meant for me? That means that I have to leave your house now, whether I want to or not, and that you should be happy about it, right?
Wait, I get that I said I wanted to cut ties to you, but I never actually wanted you to take that literally just then.
Wow. Anywho, I'm gonna be leaving your house now. I'll start living on my own again and focus a lot more on working and saving up money. And when I have enough saved up, I'll give it all to Ren as a form of a settlement for what had happened to her.
You hold it right there, Grant. Are you just going to abandon your father and I and leave for good?
You have been the one threatening to cut ties to me for years now, so why should this come as much of a shock to you? You should be crying tears of joy over the fact that I'm finally agreeing with it. This is my way of being a great son to you.
Excuse me, Ren, you do something about Grant right now that will set him straight. He just told me that he's going to cut ties to his father and I and then leave this house forever.
But hasn't it been you who's threatened to cut ties this whole entire time?
I get that, but I was never once being serious about it. You go and explain that to him right now.
And why would I want to help any of you, dumbass?
What?
You've become so obnoxious recently that I'm no longer going to talk kindly to you. By the way, just a second ago, you had a man break into my home through the front door and come looking for me, right? Sure, Grant was here to tell him off as the security guards came in to get him. But had Grant not been here, that man would have come up those stairs to my room and most likely screwed me up badly.
Wait, no, I told that man to just get up in your face as a threat. I never wanted him to do any physical harm. Had he done that, I would have taken back all the money that I paid him. And him hitting Grant was not something I asked him to do. Grant should have never been there in the first place, right? And the same goes with the security guard.
That does not matter to me now. Just know that I won't be helping someone who tried to threaten me again. How badly has your head been damaged for you to have such a stupid thought process as that about this? You can boast all you want about your education, but those born with such a low IQ will keep that low IQ forever.
What? Ren, what did you just say to me?
Shut your damn mouth for once. Just shut up and apologize for what you did already. If you want my help, then start with an apology. Then I might actually put some thought into how to help you.
Really?
Yes. I would never ever lie to you, right?
Ren, I'm so sorry for what I've done. All of those times that I acted way out of line and treated you like crap. And today, sending a man like that into your house to try and threaten you. I'm so sorry for all of that. I'm sorry.
All right, understood. Goodbye forever now.
What? Wait, but our promise! I just went through all that trouble to apologize to you.
I know that. I told you that I'd think about helping you if you went and apologized to me. But I never said I'd outright help you. And after putting a second of thought into it, I've decided that I won't be helping you after all.
Huh? What the hell, Ren? That was dirty of you.
But I never once lied to you, right?
What the actual frick? Hey, please. If I'm abandoned by you two now, then I'm going to lose my house and my husband for good. I don't have Grant anymore to ask for help. Hey, please, help us out just one last time.
You won't have a house? Well, then I have this wonderful idea for you that will totally work. I've tried it out before, so it's been proven. Go out behind your house and there will be a doghouse, right? How about you go live and eat in there for the time being? Thanks for what you did a little bit ago, Grant. Because of that, I didn't have to end up being beaten to a pulp.
Nah, don't worry about it. As a man, it was my job to keep a scary dude like that out of the house. And as your husband, really, I did that because for a very long time ago, I've done nothing husband-like for you.
Yeah, that's true. But you're not really my husband anymore. Instead, my ex-husband, right?
That's right. Ren, I'm so sorry about everything that's happened to you. And this past month after you were forced to leave the house and I couldn't be around you, I started to realize all of my wrongs, especially those surrounding my terrible behavior.
It's a bit too late for you to realize all of that though, right? But you knowing now that you were in the wrong is a good thing. Now, with a new understanding and how not to act as a husband and a man, go ahead and put them to work in this next chapter of your life.
So you're really not wanting to get back together, huh?
Huh? You know very well that I'm never taking you back. The fact that I'm getting a settlement from you should be proof of that.
What? That's a joke, right? If you could just give me one more chance is all.
I will never have anything to do with you ever again, Grant. If I were to let you be my husband again, you'd be asking me to pay 80% of the rent again, right? After that, both Ruth and her husband were no longer able to pay the rent on the house they were in, having lost Grant, and from there had to start living without a house. Ruth was sending me text after text asking for help, but I did everything I could to ignore all the notifications. Grant told me that he'd also be ignoring both his mom and dad, and would never help either of them out anymore. Eventually, that led to Ruth and her husband having to leave the city we were in. And as of right now, nobody really knows where they went or what they're doing. And as for all those texts Ruth would be sending me before, they've completely stopped coming. The only person I'm still texting with from that family is Grant, and only to make sure that the settlement money makes it to me. He's still been trying a few times to ask if I still don't want him back, and like always, I'm letting him know that it's never going to happen. I think he should just be happy that he had the chance to escape from those awful parents and can now start living by himself. He should learn, like I have, that there are a lot of great things about living on your own again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.